This is day trading recap number 3. On today's day trading recap, we are going to be talking about why overtrading is keeping you unprofitable. Here's some background. I'm unprofitable either way, but I have been trading for about a year. I've had profitable months. Currently, my crypto account is down 50%, 25K actually, and my Forex account is down too much, way too much, way too soon and way too much. I actually don't think I've had a winning trade in a very long time. So on today's trade, I definitely overtraded. Before I go over why I overtrade and what overtrading is and why it's important to your success, we're going to go over the actual trade that I did today and what were the confluences. So number one, what do we have right here? We have a fair value gap to the upside, which was respected. We're going to move this. You can see that it was respected. It entered into that fair value gap and decided to go up. So that was my first confluence. It was a liquidity sweep. Holy shit. My first confluence was a fair value gap. So like for the past 3 videos, fair value gap. And that fair value gap is in the green right here. You can see it plain as day. Price entered into it and then went up. So that was my first confluence. Number 2, what did I see? I saw a small liquidity sweep, right? So today I actually decided to, I used more of my accounts so that the trade would be shorter. I basically, holy shit, I forgot the term. We're asking ChatGPT. What is it called? I leveraged my trade, holy shit. So yeah, I actually leveraged my trade today so that instead of trading with, 20% of my account, I actually decided to trade with 40. Of course, my risk was only like 500 to, or 1 to 2% of my actual total account. So I risked, let's say 40K. But really, I only risked 500. Or in this case, I think it was 700 here and then 500 right here. Okay, so back again, we saw that liquidity was swept right here. And those are my 2 confluences for the day. And to me, I thought that these were good enough. I did not look, I guess, a little bit more in depth into what was going on. So if we zoom out a little bit, what else do we see in the charts? Not just what I wanted to see, but what else did we actually see in the charts? Okay, so number 1, we had a huge bearish, I guess, day, right? So on whatever this is, we're still down. We haven't went above this. We haven't even reached the 50% mark, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, we might have. Okay, so here's another fucking mistake that I did. We'll go over that in a second. So as we can see, we haven't even went into a equilibrium yet. We're awfully close. I'm not gonna lie to you. This candle is awfully close to the 50% mark. So in my opinion, I probably should have used this as, I guess, an idea for a bearish trade. I don't even think I asked myself, is today bearish or bullish? So, not the best. But what else do we see on the 15-minute? On the 15-minute, we also see this. A huge red fair value gap that was accepted and re-entered multiple times. So it was retraced literally 3 different times. The first one was right here, second one, and third one. All 3 times. And, if I had waited a little bit longer for this trade, I think I wrote down that I should have waited for this trade more. I would have seen this fair value gap and then it was accepted 3 different times. So next time that you set a trade or are planning to set a trade, what should you do? You should look at, number one, if the markets are bearish or bullish. So for here, seems that the markets are a little bullish or bearish. The markets was bearish, and I decided to make a bullish trade. I actually do like the fact that I set my take profit at previous liquidity spots. So that's always good. But I did not see this massive fair value gap. And if we look closer, what else do we see over yonder? We see some equilibrium. And, equilibrium is important because equilibrium usually means that price, that I'm going to start using this tool way more. So if you don't know what equilibrium is basically where equilibrium means the point where buying and selling pressure are balanced, like a fair value area where the market pauses before deciding the next move. Okay, so that's what ChatGPT said. I'm not going to lie and say I came up with that. Usually, I'll tell you what it does look like because I know what it looks like. It looks like this. It's where the price is just super duper choppy. And yeah. So I guess I did have a fair value gap and I did have a liquidity sweep that I entered in well off, too late and also too early at the same time. But I didn't look at the general trade in general. So I guess that's why I decided to lose this trade today. Now, I honestly don't think the trade was too bad. I think that I did have a liquidity sweep. I did have a fair value gap. I did have a liquidity sweep. And I think I just didn't enter in at the right time. So next time I'm going to work on the timing. Number two, I got to look all over the map. Right? So we could see that I completely missed this equilibrium right here. And you can see that price actually entered into this area to later drop down into, previous equilibrium / zones of zones. And so if I were to change two things about this trade, be number one, either get in early or be patient, and be patient is probably the better option. So be patient. And number two, look at the complete chart, not just what you want to look at. And also 2.5, which shouldn't even be a 2.5. This should be like an automatic. Is the market bullish or bearish? So those are the 2.5 things that you should know. And that I should fucking know, because that's embarrassing that I know all these things. But like last video, I didn't follow my own, ideology and strategy. But it's okay. These videos are made not for you guys necessarily, but kind of for me, so that I could figure out what I'm doing wrong. I could say it out loud, and maybe in the future when I'm a multi-billionaire, I'll be able to teach you guys what not to do or to do. Next, over trading. So as I said, the trade wasn't necessarily bad. It did accept the fair value gap. It did accept the liquidity, or there was a liquidity sweep. The problem was that I overtraded, right? So instead of only being $700, dollars down on my account, which is still like a decent amount, right? I decided to go $1,200 into debt. And, that's not good. My mindset, we'll go a little bit on the 5 minute now. Okay, if we're on the 5 minute, let's just see my mindset right here. So I entered in right here. I waited after the fair value gap, the liquidity sweep, all that. I entered, and I started going into drawdown. And then I went in more and more and more into drawdown. See, if I had my stop loss, I think my stop loss was good either way. But if I had the mental fortitude to realize that price isn't just going to magically follow whatever I tell it to do, I would be not down an extra $500, and that would be great. You know, this video has kind of been going everywhere for the most part. The number one things I would take home are, I already repeated that, so I don't need to keep repeating it. But you guys get the point, basically. Hopefully, I do too. I'm gonna go over really quick why my stop loss was here. I think this is also important. My stop loss should have probably been right here. And if anything, I actually probably should have entered either here, which you can even see I would have almost fucking hit TP. But besides the point, I should have either entered here or waited to not enter. This video has been everywhere. I'm just gonna keep posting videos every day until I get the hang of this. I'm probably not gonna get any views in the next like few thousand videos I post. Maybe not 1,000. Maybe like the next 10 videos I post. But hopefully by then I'll get the hang of what I want to say and how to say it. I got a haircut today also. We gotta hit the floof. Get the floof going. Okay, see you in tomorrow's video.